Now, hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. If you're watching this as a VOD later on the YouTube channel, today we are doing something a little bit different. Lately, we've been doing nothing but doing duel quizzes on streams. That I thought I'd mix it up a little bit. I thought today we could try unlocking a few characters. Some new characters, because there are a lot of characters in this game I still don't have unlocked. So I figured maybe I could do a stream where I spend my time trying to unlock as many of them as I can. Of course, we're gonna do the dailies first, but once that's done, why did I set it to auto duel? Oh, this is a garbage hand. This is not a good hand. Oh gosh, okay. I set a card. Now is the time. I summon a monster in time to battle. That face down's gonna activate, yeah, and it's counter gate. Alright, end turn. Looks like they're playing Hieratics. This is another person's an actual player's deck, so they're probably gonna kick my butt. Alright, Constellar. I'm probably gonna lose this duel. And by probably, I mean definitely. It be like that. That's fine. Don't matter. Yeah, this deck is not very consistent, I will say. Action card. Oh, that must be for the new event. New event's Arc V themed, I believe. You know what? I'm gonna do this. How can I make this deck more consistent? What is this? What is this? Nah. I'm gonna do the Dragon Knight's path. I think that'll make the deck a little bit more consistent, hopefully. Yeah. Actually, let me see here. I think I have a few new Gaia monsters. I have Swift Gaia. I don't know if Swift Gaia is worth a running, though. No, not. I could have sworn I had another Gaia card. Let's see if I can find it. I guess I was imagining things. Alright, well. Not much we could do about it. What's all this? That's a lot. Okay, well. Well, let's do events then. Or, we're not gonna do events, I mean. We're just gonna finish our dailies. That's what I meant to say. It is... Yeah, okay. Looking for something, sorry. Alright. I thought I got messaged on something. I did not. I did, rather. I had to check to make sure it wasn't something important. Yeah, I don't know. The Gaia deck is just, it's not as consistent as I wish it was. Well, that stinks. Yeah, this should finish him. Alright, cool. One down. Two more to go. This one's not as nearly as bad of a hand. It's a lot better, honestly. Although the bot still continues to make subpar choices. Just tossing away our key to evolution, to fusion like that. Yeah, the AI in this game is pretty bad. Pretty friggin' bad. Not gonna lie, Chief. Whoa, that was a lot. Alright, now you. Let's get you all out of the way. Not a terrible hand. Problem is I need more Curse of Dragons. There we go. It's a weird trap card. Okay. Alright, that was all of them. Let's just look for the hidden gems really quick. Oh. Free stuff. I already have Declan Akava. I guess I can get some of his skills, but I don't know. I'll look into that later. This is Alright, we have two more things to do for our dailies. We gotta fight Anna and Declan. Because they have appeared. And they give rewards if you beat them. I will actually bother to duel them, not the bot. because the bot is not good enough to beat them half the time. It'll make dumb decisions.
This is how we will win.
Yuma! Duel! Here goes. My turn.
Alright, we'll summon you.
Caesar!
And then turn.
I end my turn.
If I remember right, I gave Yuma like a generic rank 4 toolbox deck.
Here goes.
Come
My
on,
turn.
you're
I
up.
draw.
I activate my continuous trap, Cyber.
Let's go. Caesar!
Alright. We're gonna Xyz summon. We're gonna get out number 17 Leviathan Dragon.
Network. I summon.
Hey, Sinlasa, how's it going? How are you?
Here's number 17. Leviathan Dragon.
Have a Twinkie. All will fear you as you eat it. I see.
Leviathan Dragon uses one overlay unit to activate its effect.
Stay focused, Yuma.
Go, Leviathan Dragon!
Alright, we have a 2500 attacker on the field. I'm not particularly worried about whatever she's gonna set.
Here goes. My turn.
Bring it
I
on.
draw.
Enemy controller, huh? We'll play that face down.
That's
Here
We'll
I
summon
go.
Flash Knight.
I summon a monster. Battle. Go.
The first rule of Yu-Gi-Oh! You always attack with the higher attack point monster unless you can guarantee the win.
This directed.
To make sure you destroy the face down monster.
I end my
The low
turn.
point of your life was the time when Hostess was officially out of business and no more Twinkies were being produced. Thankfully, they got bought a couple years later and the love returned to us. I remember when that happened. It seems like it was so recently, but it was actually a few years back now, I think. Yeah, I remember that happening. Everyone freaked out because of it.
I end my
Here goes.
turn.
My
Come
turn.
on,
I
you're
draw.
up.
Your soul is crushed. I was pretty bummed too. I mean, I wasn't like huge into Twinkies, but like, I like the Hostess cakes, the chocolate ones. Yeah, I was pretty bummed about that.
I summon a monster.
Alright, let's Xyz summon again. We'll summon out Sky Pegasus to guarantee the win this turn.
I'll play this. I build the overlay network. I summon.
Their iconic snack foods, buy the shit out of it, not General Motors. True, true. Alright, here's how we guarantee our win. Sky Pegasus' effect activates.
Activate my monster.
I discard an overlay unit, and either they have to destroy one of their monsters that I pick, or they have to pay 1,000 life points. The bot almost always picks paying the life points. Yep. So the effect is negated. They lost 1,000 life points.
Leviathan Dragon uses one overlay
Use
unit
Leviathan
to
Dragon's
activate
effect
its
to boost its attack again. Boom. I win automatically.
Battle.
I just guaranteed my win.
go, Yuma.
You don't need to tell me twice.
We got him, ladies and gentlemen.
See that?
I remember, like, when everyone thought the Hostess were, like, gonna go out of business for good. Like, I remember people were buying them in bulk, like, hoarding them out of fear for the future. I remember, like, my mom went to a store at one point and found a few, and so she brought them home. And, like, we were happy we found a few, but we weren't, like, freaking out or anything. I don't think Hostess was nearly as big of a deal in my household as it was to most people. Oh god, this is a talking event. Yeah. Yeah. Go on. It's only level 10? Oh my god. This is gonna be simple. Made more sense than toilet paper hoarders of 2021. Screw food, get the toilet paper. Well, I kind of get the toilet paper thing.
This is me.
Like logically, yeah, it was dumb.
This duel deserves
But like at the
your
time, a lot of
Duel.
the information we have now wasn't
My
out. Like
turn.
people just see what's on the news and they immediately assume it must be true.
I set the pendulum.
Alright, I'll put Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon in the Pendulum Scale. We'll summon Perform Pal Salute Tiger.
Stripes, perform a pal salute tiger.
End our turn. Pendulum Dragon's effect activates.
Activate Odd Eyes pendulum.
It destroys itself.
Pendulum effect.
And we'll get Stargazer Magician.
I end my turn.
It's my turn. I draw. Appear.
Now, I never watched Arc V in the dub. I watched like a few episodes, but I didn't watch the whole series, let alone watch it in the dub. And a lot of their voices I feel are pretty goofy, but I will say their voice actor for Declan, he's got a pretty good voice.
I'm counting on you. I summon a monster. Let's battle. I attack with my Salute Tiger. I activate Salute Tiger's effect.
This epic music for a duel that is going to take no effort to win.
I attack you directly. I'm ending my
I
turn.
guess you're forcing me to show. I draw. Witness this.
Yeah, I remember also, around the same time as the toilet paper stuff, that 5G was just starting to come out, and people like were having conspiracy theories about it, so they started destroying the 5G towers.
Tribute summon a monster.
But then, like, hilariously, half of the stuff that they destroyed wasn't even 5G towers. They were like 3 and 4G towers. That was funny to me. People are silly.
Since
By dual
Remember to do your homework. Ladies and gentlemen, always do your homework before believing what you hear. Or you could just watch the internet historian videos on the pandemic. Those are really funny. He showed up again? Okay, now he's level 20. Still gonna be easy to steamroll him, but...
ladies and gentlemen.
knowing things, so I go through all that trouble when you could just guess.
if you
Look, all I'm saying is if you're gonna, like, start believing in some kind of a conspiracy theory, you should probably
Set a card.
do a little bit of research first. That's all I'm saying, you know? Alright, I'll set the pendulum scale.
I set the pendulum scale.
I'll pendulum summon Salute Tiger.
Pendulum, carve the arc of victory. Earn your stripes. Perform a
Pluto for life, planet forever. Hey, Pluto, that's not a conspiracy theory. Pluto is a planet.
I end my
I refuse to hear otherwise. Pluto is a planet.
come out, I summon my monster. I activate the spell card Block Attack. Ready to back. Do it.
Enemy controller.
my chance. I flip over my set
Your monster is now in defense mode.
I act
My
my
turn.
turn. I
Dodo. Change to attack. Pendulum summon out Long Phone Bull. All the Perform Power monsters are very silly looking. Like, I know they're all supposed to be based off of clowns and circus animals, but still.
I'm counting on you. I special summon a monster.
Activate its
My
effects.
monster's effect.
I get to add a card from my deck to my hand. And I'll pick Whip Snake. I do love Whip Snake. Just look at this dude. He's just got... It's just a cobra snake with a little top hat and a monocle. I love that.
Do it, Perform a pal whip snake.
We will take over the world and reinstate our orbital overlord. I'm not opposed.
Battle. Go. My monster attacks.
Activate the effect of Swing Cobra. Top card of his deck went to the graveyard.
My salute tiger. It's time.
Listen, there was no reason for Pluto to be uninstated as a planet, alright? It counts as a planet. It's named after a Greek god, therefore it should be a planet. That's the rules. That's the qualifications. You went through all the trouble of making it a planet, of classifying it, of getting everyone emotionally invested in it, and then you take it away. Like, that's so dumb. What's happening? What is happening? I really don't care about any of this story stuff. And he showed up again. I guess I gotta duel him again. Till he decides to stop showing up. Alright, Declan, what do you want? Okay, now you're level 30. Now you might actually try in the duel. For some reason in this game, the AI does not even attempt to play well unless it's at least level 30. Anything lower than that, and they'll barely put up a fight, if at all.
It's my turn.
And even then, if you want an actual challenge, you have to aim for level 40.
I end my
Here
turn.
I go.
At level 40, they actually start being a little bit smart. Not very, but a little bit. Alright, let's use Whip Snake.
Perform a pal whip snake.
Starting phase is hilarious.
Battle.
They never pull a card with even 1,000 strength. It's true, it's true.
Snake.
Like, I get it, you know, it's the easy mode, but like,
My turn.
Set a card.
they could have just given them like actual usable decks, but were like low power.
Strategy.
Like a deck that could theoretically maybe win. You know what I mean? But all the monsters were weak and the spell and trap cards aren't very good. You know? That would at least make sense. But they don't even try. They'll straight up like, doesn't matter what you have on the field, they'll throw every monster they have. That's like 100 attack points in attack mode without even trying. They don't even like put it in defense mode to try and defend. They don't even try. It's basically giving you the win. It gives you a Blue Eyes deck, then they're like, well, we'll give this Scrubs trash tier cards. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I get it. They don't want new people to, like, you know, be discouraged, but, like, still.
What to do? I summon a monster. Let's battle. Go.
Right, attack.
Direct attack. Go.
Does he have... Okay, his face down cards do nothing.
I'm ending my
guess
turn.
you're-
Honestly, wish they did, because building up from nothing is most of the fun for you.
I'll set.
Yeah, I mean, the decks they give you to start with aren't amazing, but they're 10 times better than anything that the NPCs have.
I end my turn.
Starting you at full strength is like, where can I go from here? Alright, we're gonna sacrifice our 2 monsters.
Join the cast. I tribute summon a monster.
Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon.
Monsters effect.
I destroy their face down monster. Half its attack is reduced from his life points. And then we attack directly for game.
Direct attack.
Since you're capable of defeating me, I can use your help.
By dual-taning like my dad.
Then after they gave you a metric ton of gems, you bought the majority of those witch sorcery packs and have most of that set? Ah. Right, right. I remember you mentioning that. I mean, I think the more fun of Duel Links for a lot of people is it's more for like, because like this doesn't play like actual Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Like the rules are the same, but they made it so that the amount of like cards in your deck and like the number of zones on the field for playing cards is smaller. Like it's meant to be a quicker version of Yu-Gi-Oh, you know? So like I feel like they definitely, and considering it features all of the anime characters from all the different series, I feel like the game was definitely made to appeal to like former fans of the series who like to come back into the series, you know? Like with a lot of nostalgia pandering and stuff. But I think I think most of the like the lame in-game gameplay is for those people. I think most of the like appeal of the game is for people who want to play competitively. Because technically, up until Master Duel, which only got recently announced and it still hasn't come out yet, there wasn't like an official like game sim. Just like a few of the video games, so I feel like that's probably where most people most people play for. Once you unlocked Taya, you switched her and had the Dark Magician Girl. Then you looked at one of the cards in that Witch's Sorcery, and it seemed to be another Dark Magician Girl themed card. So it's like, yeah. There's an entire archetype of Dark Magician Girl cards, like Berry Magician Girl and Chocolate Magician Girl and all that go together with Dark Magician Girl. Yeah. I believe they're from the movie that came out a few years ago. All right, dude, keep drawing, keep drawing your cards, bro. Oh my god, this dude drew half his deck. Oh my god, what are you doing? Bro, see what I mean? The AI can't make a good decision if it like if its life depended on it. That was terrible. So legit could not care less about the anime at this point. Just remember the card game from a game you had a few years back. Yeah. Well, yeah, I suppose there are probably people who have nostalgia for the game itself, but not for the anime, so that's true. Anyway, we finished all the daily events, so now we can get on to actually unlocking characters. So figure we could start from Arc V and work our way down the, like, series. The series and see which characters still need to be unlocked. I think we unlocked all that. Let me see here really quick. Because you can see it... Oh, wait. No, not from there. It's from the character select scene. Screen, rather.
My duel's guaranteed to put a smile on your face.
Unlock Zuzu at stage 10. We're at stage 7. What do we have to do to move on? Achieve 1 comeback victory in a duel against Yuya Sakaki. We could do that. Yeah, I don't want to duel you, Declan. I just dueled you 3 times in a row. Alright, all we gotta do is get a comeback victory against Yuya, and we can move on to stage 8. If the requirements are easy, we could just grind away at staging up until we could get Zuzu. Yeah. Stop talking, just play.
Here I go. It's my turn.
Going to duel yourself, scandalous. Sometimes takes the bravest souls to do the most daring of things.
Come on out. I set the pendulum scale.
Oh, that's not good.
I set the pendulum
That's very
scale.
bad.
Swing far, pendulum. Carve the arc of victory.
Who are you summoning?
Turn up. Odd eyes.
Oh, of course it's Odd Eyes. Of course. Of course the game couldn't have just let me had a chance.
Let's attack. I activate my monster's effect.
Oh my god. Okay.
I don't do so good.
Bro, we lost already.
How Odd Eyes unicorn.
The dude literally just got the winning hand out the gate.
If I do that,
Bruh. Okay. That was ridiculous. Alright, one more time. Once more with feeling. That's a dude. Yeah, these are both guys. What, you thought Yu-Gi-Oh! Would ever have a woman protagonist? Everyone knows the people working on Yu-Gi-Oh! Don't like women. I shouldn't say that. That's terrible. No, every protagonist from every Yu-Gi-Oh! Series is a man. So yes, this is a dude. That's assuming you knew it was the protagonist. You know what? That's true. That's true. That was assuming you knew it was the protagonist. I like his silly Christmas color hair.
Duel. Here I go. I set the pendulum scale. I set the pendulum scale. I pendulum summon a monster.
Alright, who's he summoning?
Sing your way to victory. Perform a pal kaleidoscope. I set a
That's such a dumb name. Kaleidoscope.
pendulum effect.
I just can't get over that that name.
Can't wait to see. Here I end. It's my turn.
Alright, draw. Alright, pendulum.
I set the pendulum scale.
Pendulum.
Set the pendulum scale.
Both of them are coming out.
Pendulum summon a monster. I'm counting on you. I special summon a earn your stripes. Perform a pal salute tiger. I'm setting a card.
Alright.
Let's battle. I attack with my salute tiger. That's nothing. I activate a pendulum effect.
Cool. Alright, we'll end our turn then.
I end my
Nothing else we can do,
I
so.
draw.
He's gonna find a way to get out Odd Eyes this turn, watch.
Can't wait to here I
Oh,
go.
okay, never mind. I guess we have a shot.
I draw. I know what to do. I summon a monster. Let's battle.
Alright, so you want to know the dumb part? Here's the dumb part. The dumb part is that I have no way. Is that a comeback victory against this guy is what I have to get. But that means that his life points have to be lower than mine.
Soon I activate a pendulum effect.
He's already got 1,300 life points. So, I'm just gonna have to redo the duel until he can barely not beat me and I pull off a comeback win. It's the only way I'm gonna beat him.
I'm
Or
ending
get the
my
reward
heart
anyway.
if I draw. I set the pendulum scale.
Oh, that's very not good.
Swing far, pendulum. Carve the arc of victor. Turn up. Odd eyes, pendulum.
Oh, that's the opposite of good.
Hip hop, do it. Perform a pal hip hippo.
Alright, now conveniently...
Scorp. Time to unleash your razzle dazzle.
What is its effect?
Kaleido light.
Oh, that is
Battle.
very bad. That is very bad.
Scorch everything you see. Spiral. Odd eyes. Scorch everything you see. Spiral. Not bad.
Orale. Okay, this is not good. This is very not good.
I draw.
Man, what do I even do? I did. Okay, I know what to do. I know what to do.
Slice and dice. Perform a pal.
Summon Swordfish. Swordfish's effect activates. His monsters... Yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, I think I know what I have to do. Okay. So attack him.
Attack.
There, okay. I'm almost at 0.
Check out the card I set. I activate a trap. I'm only
Wait, no, I ended the turn! That's not what I meant to do! Oh my god, I screwed it up! I messed it up!
I'm taking
I had the win right there and I blew it. Oh my god, what am I doing?
battle.
Oh my god, okay.
Go. My monster attacks.
Oh, this is terrible. No, leave his monster. No, okay. End turn.
I'm taking. I end my. I draw. Swing far, pendulum. Carve the arc of victory.
Oh, that's not good. If he's pendulum something,
I
that's
know what
not
to
good.
do.
Oh, it's in defense mode. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine.
Check out the
Wait, no, wait. Maybe we're not fine. He's activating cards.
Quick play spell.
Can you not? Can you not
Come
do
on
that?
down.
No.
I set the pendulum scale.
No, 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 no. Don't. You don't gotta do that.
I activate a pendulum effect.
Oh my god, we lost again.
I attack you direct. No!
I hate everything. I hate everything. Alright, well. Well, time to play that again. I can't believe I blew it. I'm so stupid. I threw away that win. I had the win and I blew it.
All can do- This dueling. My turn. I set the pendulum scale. I set the pendulum scale.
You have good news for me. You will tell me soon. Alright, sounds good. You've made for me as clip to always remember your struggles by. Oh no. Oh man. Alright, I understand.
Way to the win for former pal
This is the cross I must bear.
See what I end my I draw. Join the cast. I'm setting. Let's. Okay.
Oh right, that can attack directly. I'm an idiot.
I end my
I forgot
Here I
that.
go. It's I draw.
Let's see. Alright, we'll summon
I know
Perform
what to
Pal
do.
Trump Panda.
I summon a monster. Let's battle.
Attack.
Silver Claw's effect activates.
And we'll end our turn.
Wait, I end my turn. I draw. Come on out. I set a call. Let's go.
Trump Panda's effect, the attack is negated.
Here I go.
Alright, my turn.
It's I draw.
Dodo. Alright, we're gonna summon you.
I summon a monster. Let's battle. Here goes.
Attack.
My monster. That's nothing.
And your top card of the deck is milled. I end my turn.
I draw. I'm setting a call. Can't wait. I end my turn. I draw.
Alright, see, this is the part that stinks. I could end him right here, but I need to find a way to lower my life points lower than his to win.
I'll set a monster. I end my turn. I draw. Battle.
Let's attack with this.
Here goes. Attack. I activate my
What does this
hip
do?
hop, do it, perform a bow hip hippo.
Get out of here. No one wants you here.
Monster attacks.
Alright, I end my turn.
My turn. I draw. Can't. Here I end. It's
Oh my
mine.
god. Summon a monster with high defense. Come on.
Can't wait. I end my turn. I draw. Can't wait to see.
Okay,
my
okay. He
end
summoned
my
something.
turn. I draw.
Now we just have to see.
Let's battle. Okay.
No, it did not have a high defense. Okay, well.
I end my turn. I draw. I said I end my turn.
Alright, will this have a high defense?
I draw. Let's battle. Okay.
No, it did. It didn't.
Can't wait to see. Here I
Oh
go.
lordy.
I draw.
Okay.
I set the pendulum scale. I activate Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon's pendulum effect. Can't wait to see what I end my
Okay,
turn.
la. Come on. Bro, come on, bro. Alright, I'm literally going to do that. I have to bait him into attacking. That's how bad it's become.
I end my turn. Here I go. I draw. I'm setting a card. Can't wait to
Oh my god, that's still not enough?
I draw.
Dude, come on. The way to attack me already.
my turn. My turn. I draw. Slice and dice.
Okay, thank God. Okay.
Swordfish's effect at battle. Swordfish. Slash 'em.
And he attacks the defense point monster. Okay, well that's great. I cannot believe I'm resorting to this. Okay.
Let's battle. Turn Toad. Attack. Now's my chance. Check out the card I set. Oh, I activate. That's nothing.
I end my turn.
My turn. I draw. Join the cast. I battle. Okay. Attack. Check out the card I set. I activate my monster's effect. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I activate my monster's effect. Oh, swordfish.
Okay.
I gotta have heart.
Now we can actually start trying.
Draw.
Alright, check this out.
I pendulum summon a monster.
Alright, you in attack mode. You in attack mode. You in attack mode.
Snap to it, perform a pal wind snake.
Alright, Longhorn Bull's effect.
Monster's effect.
Add you. No, not your effect. Add you to my hand. Alright, we can either deck him out or find a way to get him to 0 life points. From a point where he has higher life points than me.
Let's battle.
We're gonna get rid of this guy.
Snake, I activate the quick play. Hip hop to it, perform a pal hip hip. My swordfish's effect activates. Whip 'em
Oh, he
with
weakened my monsters. Okay. Mill the top card of your deck.
pendulum effect.
Ah, his odd eyes is in the graveyard. There's nothing you can do about it now. Attack.
Okay. My monster attacks. Ugh. That's nothing.
And attack.
Silver Claw's effect activates.
Alright, I end my turn.
Here I end it. I draw. I set the pendulum scale.
Oh, that's not good.
I set the pendulum
Oh, that's
scale.
very not good. What's he gonna
I
summon?
activate a pendulum effect.
What's he summoning?
Far pendulum. Carve the arc of victory. Time gazer magician.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, that I was worried for a second. That is completely fine.
I tribute summon
This
a
might not
monster.
be though. No, that's still fine.
Go. Attack. Can't wait to do. I end. It's my turn.
All right, draw. Let's see.
I'm counting on you.
Normal summon you.
Monster. Let's battle.
And we'll use you to attack.
Snake, now's my chance. I activate my
That was not meant to happen.
Gotta be kidding me.
Alright, you attack then.
Attack.
Alright, mutual destruction. There.
Can't let this
Alright, I just need to survive one more turn and I can win.
Activate a pendulum effect. I pendulum summon a monster. Turn up. Odd eyes. Pendulum
What?
dragon.
How? You only had one on eyes!
Sting your way to victory. Perform a battle. It's time for the big finale.
Alright, no, I'm calling BS. There, he had one odd eyes. He did not have two.
I want everyone to.
Shut up, Yuya. You come from the worst anime in the whole series. No one likes you. I am seething right now. We are not leaving until I beat his butt. Till I kick his butt. We are not leaving. Oh my god, this is what a terrible hand.
I set a card. I set a. Can't wait to. Here I.
Okay, la.
Draw. I set the pendulum scale. I set the pendulum scale. I set a card.
Turn end.
My turn. I draw. I set the pendulum scale. I activate Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon's pendulum effect. Can't wait to
Oh,
see what
that's
you
how
do.
he had one in
I
his.
end
Oh,
my
now I
turn.
remember.
I draw.
Damn it. I'm so mad at myself.
More stripes.
Come on, bro.
Tiger. Battle. I attack with my salute tiger. Ugh. Not bad.
I end my turn.
I draw. I know what to do. I summon a monster. Let's go. Direct attack. Oh, not bad. I end my. Here I go. It's my
Alright, draw. Summon.
Scratch your way to the wind, Performapal Silverclaw. Let's battle. Go.
Attack.
Silverclaw's effect activates. That brings. I'm taking control of this.
Oh, how am I supposed to get less life points than him now?
Can't let this show end. Time for the. I end my turn. I draw.
Whatever, we're just going for the win.
Back. Silverclaw's effect activates. I attack you directly. If I this is.
We gotta keep dueling him until I get it. Once more with feeling. Alright, yeah, I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm gonna use one of the bonus crystals so I have a better chance against him.
This is me at the top of my game. A dual tainer's dueling. Duel.
Alright, what card did they give me? Magic Ceiling. I could totally pull it off with this. I can pull it off with this.
I activate Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon's
I just have to be smart.
I end my turn.
Alright. Draw.
Draw.
We're gonna play these two cards face down.
I set a card.
Disqualifies you. That's a mood. Alright, we're gonna put Turn Toad in the Pendulum Scale Zone. We're gonna summon Longphone Bull.
I summon a monster.
And then I'm gonna attack.
Go. Not bad.
Because I'm fully expecting him to make a comeback.
I draw. Slice and dice perform my swordfish's effect. I set the pendulum scale.
Yep.
I
Yep,
set the
there it
pendulum
is.
scale. I pendulum summon a monster.
Ah, now he's got Odd Eyes.
Time gazer magician. My sword.
Oh, that is... okay, I thought he was going for Odd Eyes, but that's fine.
I flip over my set card. I activate a quick. Oh, here goes. That's direct attack. Can't wait to. Here I end.
Okay.
I draw.
Draw.
Join
Normal
the
summon you.
I summon a monster. Let's battle.
Attack.
Go. Attack. That's nothing.
And
Can't
end
wait to-
turn.
I end my turn. I draw. Swing far pendulum. Carve the time gazer magician. My swordfish's effect. I activate a quick play spell. I'm setting a card. Can't. Here I end. It's my turn. I draw.
Alright, let's see here. Attack you.
Okay. Attack. That's nothing.
Attack
Whip
you.
away, snake.
Okay.
I end my hero.
Okay, okay, okay.
I draw.
It depends on what he does this turn.
Monster. Time gazer magician.
If he doesn't set a monster... Okay.
I end it's my
Okay, we can do
draw.
this. It all depends on what that face down card is, though. Actually, wait, no, we can't do it this turn. Wait, no, we can. We can.
Gazer magician.
Okay, okay, we can do this. As long as that face down card doesn't go off,
Go.
we have a chance.
My monster attacks. Okay.
Okay, and...
It's time for the big
Let's go!
oh,
Finally! Finally! It took so long. Look at that. Comeback victory, baby. Alright, alright. Finally. Finally. Shut up, Anna. No one cares. Alright. Alright, we're not ending the stream until we finish this, so see you next time. I never said that I was ending it. I said we're not stopping until... I didn't mean we're gonna finish the stream. These requirements want me to rank up again, want me to like do dumb stuff like play as Gong, who has like one of the worst decks in this. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna skip out on getting Zuzu right now, cause it's not worth having to deal with that. I'll do it later. Let's move on to Zexal. Might as well duel these randos. You know how it be. That took way longer than it should have. Way longer. Stage requirements 1, do dumb shit.
how we will win.
Yeah, well, like, the requirements were, like, use this one specific character and then have him summon a specific card that he uses in the anime. But, like, his deck is really dumb. I don't like how his cards play.
My turn.
My turn.
So I refuse to do it. I refuse, on principle.
I set a card. I set a card.
I set a card.
A card.
I like how he changed up the delivery on that last one.
Yeah. I activate my monster effect.
I won't let that happen again.
Battle. Take
Attack.
I activate-
That's not good.
I end
How is it that throughout the series the characters look less and less like actual people? Well, I think it's because... Oh, by the way, activate Treacherous Trap Hole. Both your monsters are destroyed. I think it's because originally Kazuki Takahashi, the guy who created Yu-Gi-Oh!, he wanted to create just a straightforward series. Originally, Yu-Gi-Oh! Wasn't even about the trading cards. It was about just a character who would play an assortment of different games. But, like, one of the chapters of the original manga, back when that was what it was about, had a chapter about the card game, and it became so popular that the entire series got rebranded to be about just the card game. And then it was so successful making a card game in real life that they just wanted to keep making new series for it.
I summon.
So it completely changed from what it originally was.
Time, take this. Boom.
But, like, back then, you could, like, Kazuki Takahashi clearly wanted to tell, like, a pretty he was very inspired by, like, Hellraiser and not Doom, what am I talking about, Hellboy, and, like, a lot of, Western horror series from, like, the 80s, so, like, he wanted to make it like a kind of like dark, edgy, Western type looking show. He didn't like... He actually had real people. He wasn't like trying to make them look like a bunch of anime characters.
I'll play this. I build the overlay network. I exceed. I activate my monsters effect. Battle.
And game. Those two characters, though, they look like they came in through a portal from a version of Transylvania located in a completely different dimension.
Me and
Well, to be fair, every Yu-Gi-Oh series after the first three takes place in its own separate universe. So technically, they did in fact come through from a different dimension. If you want to be pedantic about it. You know, the original Yu-Gi-Oh was very dark. Got Kid Dracula there doing the most ordinary dude in anime history. He does kind of look like Kid Dracula a little bit. Hey, vampires are canon to Yu-Gi-Oh, alright? They exist in the Yu-Gi-Oh world. In Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, there is a vampire woman who shows up and, like, murders a few people before she gets taken out in a card game. But apparently she was the last of her species, so, you know, there's no more vampires. But at some point in time, vampires existed in Yu-Gi-Oh! In Yu-Gi-Oh! Lore. There were, in fact, vampires. I'm trying to think of, like, all of the weird... at least in the original series timeline from, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX and 5Ds, because those are all in the same canon before they, like, made every series take place in its own universe. What's canon? The ancient Egyptian mythology. Ancient Egyptian mythology is real. Magic is real. Let's see. Alternate dimensions where monsters live, that's real. Ancient Atlantis, that's real. Literally, Alexander the Great discovering a realm to a dimension of monsters, where he played games against people to the death, that's canon to Yu-Gi-Oh! What else is canon to Yu-Gi-Oh? Vampires. Vampires are canon to Yu-Gi-Oh! Being able to return from the dead, that is canon to Yu-Gi-Oh! The ancient Egyptian afterlife is canon to Yu-Gi-Oh! Demons and angels, both canon to Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, ancient, like, apocalyptic, ancient alien type, like, ancient alien type, like, Illuminati cults that, like, rule the world from the shadows, that is canon in Yu-Gi-Oh! The Aztec and Mayan and Incan mythological creatures and deities, they're canon to Yu-Gi-Oh! Giant apocalyptic mechs, they're canon to Yu-Gi-Oh! Aliens. Aliens are canon to Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's weird. Is the Slap Chop canon to Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't know what the Slap Chop is. Is this a reference I'm missing? Am I dumb? More YouTube incoming. Alright. Alright. I'll have to check out my DMs on Discord later again. Yeah, no, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is weird. Let me check here. I think the only character we're missing is Quattro from the Zexal era. Yeah, we're only missing Quattro. Alright, what do we gotta do to unlock Quattro? Achieve 1 comeback is Shark. Shark. A bunch of shark stuff. 1 with Kite. Summon a level rank 4 or higher warrior monster 4 times in 1 duel against Quattro using Yuma and Astro. Okay, I can do that. That'll be easy. Let me just make a new deck. Alright, filter it by warrior monsters. Then we just put all of level 4 warriors. 1, 2, 3. The deck doesn't even have to be good. We just need the duel to go long enough for us to meet the requirement. See, he wants level 4s, so... There we go. Okay. This is one of the worst decks ever, but it'll get the job done. Alright, now what were the exact requirements? Summon using Yuma and okay. Alright, we can do this. This will be simple. Okay, where's Quattro? Quattro. Quattro. There's Quattro. Okay. Alright, we don't even have to win the duel. We just need to summon enough warrior monsters that are level 4 or rank 4 before we need to summon them 4 times before the duel ends. That's all we have to worry about. If we somehow pull off a win, that's just the icing on the cake.
My turn. Join me. This ends my turn.
Alright. Draw? Oh, that's perfect. Alright.
I set the pendulum scale. I set the pendulum scale. I pendulum summon a monster. I'll play this. I special
Which one of their voices? Which voice? Because I agree, both of their voices are not very good. Kid Dracula. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they did, but like, this isn't his canon voice. Like, I did watch Zexel in the English dub back in the day, and I'm pretty sure this is a different voice actor. I don't know why they couldn't get... I don't know why the old voice actor didn't come back, but it is very noticeably not the original voice actor for this character.
I end my
I
turn.
hope you're enjoying our
What should
I
our
draw.
next move be?
This ends
Here
my
goes.
turn.
My turn. I draw.
Yeah, I don't know what they did, what happened.
Go.
I don't know if maybe the voice actor, like, there was a contract issue, or maybe they just didn't want to come back. I don't know, but
I attack.
it's kind of weird.
Here goes.
Maybe we can win.
Directly.
If we somehow pull off a win with this jank deck, I will be totally fine with that.
Formula enhanced.
Bro, he didn't even play anything. We got this in the bag.
Let's go. I summon a monster.
Stay focused, you.
Alright, cool. We win. Nice.
No, you can get.
Alright. Alright, excellent. Alright, great work, team. Let's make sure we got that achievement. Yeah, it looks like we did. Yep. Alright, what do we need to do next? Summon a level or rank 8 or higher dragon-type monster 2 times in one duel against Quattro using Kite Tenjo. That might be a little harder. But we'll see what we can manage. Yeah, switch to the other deck. Switch back to the other deck now. Alright. Alright, we're gonna have to make a deck for Kite that can meet that requirement.
Here we go, Yuma.
Yeah!
They got Astral's voice actor back. I don't know why they couldn't get Yuma's old voice actor back. Alright, let's see. What does the ability do? Does it just put Galaxy Eyes in the deck? In the beginning of the duel, add 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon to the deck. Can be used if you control 2 or more monsters with 2000 attack or higher. Return 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Well, this deck is trash. So we're just gonna empty this whole deck. And now we're gonna Dragon, filter it by Dragon. And we're gonna filter it even further by level 8. There we go. Okay. Junk Eyes Trash Dragon. I don't think that's a card, but there's a card called Googly Eyes Drum Dragon, which is just as much of a dumb name. Alright, we'll put in, well, you said the deck was trash. It's true, it is. Alright, there, that'll have 7 8-star dragons in the deck. Surely that is enough. And then we'll just fill up the rest of the deck with rejects. Basic filler to get out the cards we want. Even though, ironically, they're all warrior cards. Who cares? Eight Eyes Arachnid Dragon would be nightmare fuel. I mean, you're not wrong. I would be scared. God, this is a terrible deck. Alright, anyway. Alright, we need to summon 2 level 8 or higher dragons against him. Let's duel. Hopefully he'll get a crap hand like he did last time, so we have an easy way to get out our monsters. Am I winning, son? We'll see. We'll see if I'm winning or not. Also, hi Cass, how's it going? How are you? It's been a while.
For your crimes,
You doing well? Hope you're doing well. I'm just trying to unlock characters in the game. By meeting some absurd requirement. I spent 40 minutes trying to achieve one unlock in this game. It was ridiculous. It's going. That's a mood. All right.
I set the pendulum scale. I set the pendulum scale.
We'll set the pendulum scale.
I play this. I summon my monster.
All right, we'll end our turn.
I end my
On the
turn.
question of is Titus winning, I have this.
I hope you're enjoying our one-on-one time. It's my turn.
Is that supposed to be a link? Because on my screen it's coming up as 3 of the little star signs.
Set a monster.
Did I make it so that you can't post links in here in my comments? That might have been what I did on accident.
It's my
I might have to change that later. You can always put that in the Discord or put it on Twitter and tag me.
I draw.
Just got the booster and your arm hurts? Oof. I'm sorry to hear that.
Show yourself. I summon my monster. Back.
But, I mean, at least you're safe.
Take this. I attack.
I actually have
My turn.
I actually have a family friend who
My hand.
he did not get the vaccination, and he got really sick. And yeah, he's pretty sick right now. We thought he made a recovery, but he didn't, so it's unfortunate.
This ends my turn.
Shows up for you, but yeah, your little mishap in the earlier match clipped for you. Thank you. That'll be funny to watch later.
I play this.
Yeah, no, that
Monster.
COVID is no joke. You know, you gotta get that vaccination.
Go. When Gimmick Puppet is destroyed, Gimmick Puppet Scissor Arms.
I end my turn.
You're up. I draw. This ends my turn.
Yeah, I've known a few people who've gotten it, and it didn't end well for them. So,
Let's go.
yeah.
Monster.
I mean, look, I'm not telling anyone out there what to do, but I would recommend getting a booster shot and your vaccine if you haven't already.
Summon my monster.
I have mine.
Watch this.
Yo, we playing the Yu-Gi? Yeah, Lazy Fox, we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links.
Battle.
I'm just trying to,
I attack.
I'm just trying to unlock a bunch of characters in the... There are a ton of characters in this game I don't have unlocked, so, I'm just trying to do all the requirements to unlock them.
Turn. I draw.
Just cause. The last few streams of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, I've been playing duel quizzes, and that got kind of old. So I thought I'd take a break and try and do something different.
Gimmick Puppet Scissor Arms. Scissor Arms sends a Gimmick Puppet in my deck to the grave.
I might dick him out. We'll see.
Gimmick Puppet Humpty Dumpty.
Is he gonna exceed summon? No, he's not.
I banish a Gimmick Puppet to activate Perform Puppet. My monster
The achievement I'm trying to get is I have to summon 2 level 8 or higher dragon-type monsters against this guy using the character I'm using.
When Gimmick Puppet
It's
is
literally
destroyed,
scissors, yeah.
perform. Join me. I end my turn.
Dodo. I still don't have the cards I need. That is unfortunate. Well, I'm gonna destroy his level 8s, so he has no chance of Xyz summoning.
Feast on this. I activate. Here's.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
I end my turn. Hope you're enjoying.
I have to purposefully not win until I can get out another level 8 dragon monster.
Activate a spell card.
You are right though, Lazy Fox. If this guy's not careful, he will deck himself out.
Activates from my grave. Go! Gimmick Puppet Dreary Doll.
Oh crap, is he gonna Xyz?
Up
Yep.
here, number
Oh god.
the puppet that controls the strings of fate.
Here we go.
Gimmick Puppet Giant Grinder.
Look at that animation. They didn't have to go that hard on the animation for a trading card for a trading card game. The hell kind of a name is that? I don't all of the cards in this guy's deck are based off of demonic looking puppets.
I use
Or maybe not demonic, but they're all really creepy looking.
Grinder's effect. Destruction Cannon.
One of his cards just straight up has the capability to like kill you in one turn. Like not like, oh, it's like it'll attack you and win. Like its ability is just straight up, if you can get the conditions off, you win the game automatically. So it's nothing to be messed with.
I play this. I summon my monk. Let's battle.
Alright, attack.
This. When Gimmick Puppet is destroyed, perform. Here comes.
Don't know much about Yu-Gi-Oh, but you're here to support. Well, thank you. I appreciate your presence.
Take this. I
Wasn't this a mobile game? Why such good? It is a mobile game. This is literally a free-to-play mobile game. I do not know why they put so much effort into the animations for the boss monster cards, but I'm here for it. It's really cool when it happens.
Wanna know how I treat my... I love watching you suffer.
This guy would make the worst VTuber ever. He hates his fans so much, he purposely goes out of his way to make them suffer. All of that for an ounce of blood. Okay, yep. The game is pretty much over now. Alright, well, Pendulum Summon to get out Ignite Paladin. And now, the requirement we're going for is to get 2 dragon monsters that are level 8 or higher against him. That's the unlock requirements. This makes the second one of 2. So now we can beat his butt. We don't have to worry about anything now. But just to BM, I'm gonna summon an even stronger monster. Switch game doesn't have this good a quality, I'm mad. No, I know, right? It really doesn't. Like, they got all the anime voice actors for this and everything, too, and it's a free-to-play game. Alright, I get rid of 1 card, and all other monsters on the field are destroyed automatically. Oh, he can special summon. I'm dumb. Well, that's fine. Turn end. Alright, next turn. Assuming he doesn't pull some shenanigans, I'll have this in the bag.
I activate the spell card. Junk gimmick puppet scissor arms. I end my turn.
Well, his defense has been built up. But that's fine.
I pendulum summon my monster.
That's fine. With Pendulum Summoning, we can get out 2 more monsters to take those out.
I play this. I special summon. Let's battle. Go. When gimmick puppet is this gimmick.
Oh, he survives another turn. That's fine. That's fine.
I attack. Feast on this. Attack.
Next turn, we'll get him.
My turn. I draw. Dreary Doll's effect activate.
Either we'll defeat him the old-fashioned way, or he'll get decked out.
I activate a spell card.
Discard a card from my hand.
I end my turn.
Okay, no, we got him this turn for sure. There ain't nothing he can do about it. Dude's kind of an obnoxious dick, yeah. Just keeps throwing shit at— Yeah, I know, right? Like, he has literally no chance of winning. But he's still going. Like, that's not me just being a jerk. He quite literally, there is no combination of cards he could use to win at this point. And he forces me to wait another turn to beat him. Just need something with piercing. It's true. I don't have anything with piercing in this deck. This deck isn't meant to, like, be good. I literally put it together just to meet the requirements for the achievement. Bro, this dude just keeps summoning this monster over and over again.
Why do you refuse to lose?
Alright, I know what I'm gonna do. Activate the effect. All monsters are destroyed. His spell card activates. He gets a monster. I summon Ignite Templar. Okay, now I'll attack his monster. And now I can finish him. Finally! You're done being nice to your fans. Shut up, bro. You made me go through so much rigmarole for nothing. And we gotta level up. Alright, let's make sure we got that achievement. This meet and greet is over. Shut up. Alright, yeah, it looks like it worked. Alright, the other 3 achievements we have to unlock to get this guy They all involve using Shark. So, I have to get a comeback victory against him using Shark. I have to summon number 32, Shark Drake, one time while playing against him as Shark. And I have to achieve one win using only water monster cards in a duel against Shark. Or against him using Shark, rather. Let's go ahead and switch to Shark.
Let's do this.
Guys, his name is Shark. I wonder what kind of cards he uses. Perhaps ones based off of sea creatures? Fire. Yeah, he uses a fire deck. How'd you know? Alright, get rid of, like, all of this. These are all terrible cards. Umi can stay. Umi is fine. That's where we'll find the Junk Ice Trash Dragon guarantee. I'm surprised, but despite there being a junk arc, like there's literally an archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh called Junk. There isn't a Junk Eyes Trash Dragon. There should be. Alright. We're just gonna throw together a deck for this guy of only water monsters. Love this junk deck. Okay. Let's see. Alright, now he actually uses, like, sea serpents and fish and shark cards. But, all it said for the requirement was he had to use water cards. So there's nothing stopping me from using all of those giant mech dinosaurs that I grinded so long for on stream that are all water attribute. So we're just gonna do that. Wait, there's one more Dino Miss. Where is it? Why wasn't that in the lineup? Why haven't I worn this yet? Alright, now we got some room for some extra support. We'll do these. One of these. And one of these. There we go. Know which company you're writing an angry letter to in the morning? Either Capcom or Konami, can't remember, but probably one of those two. Just send it to both to make sure you don't miss. Side bonus is whichever one didn't make it will be adequately confused for at least 5 minutes. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is made by Capcom. Well, I don't know if they're made by, but it's run by Capcom anyway. Alright, let's kick this guy's butt again.
My blood's boiling. Did you forget the face of your #1 fan?
Want my autograph now? 'Cause you won't get one after you lose. Duel!
Yeah, canonically these guys hate each other, so this will be fun.
I set a card.
I'll activate you.
I activate my field spell.
Let's see. We'll set you in the pendulum zone.
I set the pendulum scale.
And we'll set you face down in defense. Turn end. Too bad if it was Konami, they might have sent you a Castlevania-themed pachinko machine in apology. No, it is Konami. Konami is the one who runs Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually, Konami, I will say one of the cool things about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that because it's owned by Konami, there are cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Based off of other Konami like other Konami properties. Like Xevious and Gradius and Castlevania. It's really cool. I said Capcom? Really? Did I say Capcom? I didn't mean Capcom. I meant to say Konami. It's my bad. It's my bad. I was not paying attention. Alright, well, normal summon you. We'll switch you to attack. Want a deck with which every card is Maria Renard. Isn't that a character from Castlevania?
Take this. My monster attack.
And then attack you.
You have to be kidding me.
Correct, she fights by throwing birds. I think I know who you're talking about. I've never played a Castlevania game, but I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about. Alright, Dino Mist Rex. Look at this dude. He is literally a Megazord. This is literally a Megazord. It's a giant mecha Tyrannosaurus Rex. That is so cool. Nice. Makes Richter look like a wussbag with his dorky whip. Birds are clearly the superior weapon. I mean, I gotta admit, that is in fact cooler than if you can kill Dracula using birds, that's pretty impressive. Hate Dark Magician decks because they say no to my burn deck. I'll go against a Dark Magician deck any day over a Blue Eyes deck, personally, but I mean, they're both pretty annoying. Okay, we still need to beat him twice more. Once we have to get out, we have to do a comeback victory, and we have to summon Shark Drake at least once against him. So let's go again. Just have Blast Spear. There aren't that many decks nowadays that you could put Blast Spear in that are very meta. Then again, when have I ever played meta?
Did you forget what Duel?
Alright.
It's my turn.
Alright, to summon out... Okay, so to summon out Shark Drake, we need 3 level 4 monsters. We have 3 level 4 monsters in hand. But now we have to get we have to get 3 of them on the field at once. Alright, I'm gonna set you in the Pendulum Zone. And I'm gonna set you. And I end my turn.
My turn. I draw. Join me.
Oh great, he's already Xyz summoning. He takes damage.
This ends my turn. It's my draw.
Alright. This is just further proof that the AI in this game is bad. This guy is meant to be a shield that takes control of your opponents. It's not meant to be an attacker. And yet, lo and behold.
I summon a monster. Battle.
Alright, attack. You're done.
Wow. I end my turn.
Alright.
I draw. Dreary Doll's effect active. Go! I activate the continuous spell. This
Oh god, there's that card again. Now every time I destroy one of his monsters, he can send out another one. Alright, I'll set you. And then I end my turn.
My turn.
You killed my monster, so I will automatically place 10 more on these 3 slots. Basically.
Dreary doll attacks.
What? Wait, this makes no sense. Why is he attacking me, my 2000 defense monster, with a 0 attack point monster?
Ah, impossible.
Activate Stegosaurus effect. His monster's destroyed.
Puppet is destroyed. Perform puppet activate. Gimmick puppet giant grinder.
Hate people that do so many combos it takes 5 minutes to end their turn. You just described why I don't play Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! If you try to play Modern Yu-Gi-Oh!, especially in person, that's all it is. Alright, I know what I must do.
Check out my set card. I activate my trap. This will work. I special summon a monster.
Alright, I will sacrifice my 2 monsters, or 1 monster rather,
Summon a monster.
to summon Rex.
Battle.
Alright, I'll attack.
My monster.
Wait, what? Why didn't the effect activate?
That's the best you got?
That didn't work. Alright, I'll activate this effect.
I activate my monster's effect.
I tribute my monster. One of his cards is from his hand shuffled into the deck, and my monster gains 100 attack points.
That's enough
Stop
for you to
spoiling
feast
my...
on.
I draw!
I end my turn.
Can agree with the assessment that did not work. Yeah, it very much did not work.
My
Fine.
nerves!
I
I end
draw.
my turn.
Alright, I'll activate Dynamis Charge.
I activate my continuous spell.
Summon
Here
you.
goes. I summon a monster. Time to battle.
Attack the face down.
Attack.
No.
I activate my monster's effect.
When Gimmick Puppet is destroyed, perform Puppet Act! Join me!
I activate my continuous spell.
And attack.
Done. Attack.
Unfortunately, I did not meet the requirements that time either, so... Gonna have to do it again. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Guys, it's fine. There's nothing wrong. It's fine. I am amazing at Yu-Gi-Oh! I never mess up. I never lose. I haven't lost once. Especially not in this stream. What you've learned is you never want to leave the first series in this game? Yeah, pretty much.
Did you
Yeah, if you don't understand a lot of the, like, modern game mechanics, yeah, you want to stay in the first 2 series, basically.
This
Here I
is
go.
my turn.
It's my I draw.
Draw. Alright, I'll set the pendulum scale.
Pendulum scale. I set the pendulum scale. I'll set a card.
Play Umi.
From my hand, I activate my field spell.
I'll pendulum summon out this guy.
Summon a monster. Here goes. I special summon a monster. Battle. Take this. My monster attacks. With that, I
Oh, I'm
activate-
stupid. I just realized something.
It's my... I draw!
Uh,
Gimmick puppet.
I thought that Umi boosted the attack and defense of water attribute monsters. It does not. If anything, it actually weakens my monsters because it weakens machine monsters, and all my monsters are machine. I am not a smart man. Your boy Titus is not intelligent.
Do a spell. Perform, puppet. I banish a gimmick puppet to activate perform. Appear.
And now he's gonna Xyz summon.
The puppet that controls gimmick puppet.
This is bad.
I end my
Here I
turn.
go.
Wait, what?
I draw.
I don't... What? What? Huh? He literally had a chance to take my monster and use it against me, but he didn't. What? What? For what reason? Okay, well there's nothing I can do, so I end my turn.
I draw from my hand. I activate a spell card.
What are these kids talking about Xyz summoning back in our day? Attacks ended in 20 instead of 50. Yo, I remember those cards. The ones that ended in weird numbers, like 20 attack or 75. Oh, hey, Andy. How's it going, my man?
I end my turn.
Hope work was good for you.
It's my turn. I draw.
Whenever I turn to the side to, like, take a sip of my water, for some reason the camera reads my face as frowning. I do not know why. It was meh. Weather was terrible. I'm sorry to hear that.
This will work. I summon a monster. Battle.
What's Aka's face down?
Attack.
Love when your face turns. It's like you're looking at chat all concerned.
Puppet activates. It special summons. Here comes.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's some weird setting on my camera that makes it do that, but it is kind of funny. Cause I have
End my turn.
I have chat in OBS because I've been using OBS for a while now. In OBS, I have my my Twitch activity feed and the stream chat on the left side of the screen, the display of what's going on in the game. So like, when I read chat, it's on the very left-hand side of the screen. But on Twitch, it is on the right side, isn't it?
This
Always look like you're looking upwards because your TV is too big.
I draw.
All right, let's get this. Oh wait, never mind. That's not gonna work. Well, this is a problem.
Battle. Take this. Attack.
when gimmick puppet
But yeah,
is
Andy,
destroyed,
today,
join me.
since you just joined, allow me to explain. So,
Join
the last few times I've streamed Yu-Gi-Oh, I've been I've been doing those puzzles for the gems that let me roll for the gacha, basically. I decided that got a little old to like take a break from that for a stream. So I'm actually what's it called? I'm doing a thing where I'm trying to unlock characters in the game I don't already have. But to unlock new characters, you have to meet like certain requirements, like summon such and such card in a duel against such and such character X amount of times. And it's like low-key ridiculous, the like hoops they'll make you jump through to unlock cards. I spent like 45 minutes at the beginning of this stream trying to finish one unlock requirement. It was ridiculous.
I set a monster. This
Here I
ends
go.
my turn.
It's my I
Draw. Got a nice clip out of it though. That's true. You did.
Play this. I summon a monster.
And I'm changing you to defense position.
Time to battle. Here I go. My monster attacks. I end my turn.
I hope you're enjoying I draw.
Yeah, I was raging pretty hard earlier. Because earlier I had to have this achievement where I had to beat a character. But it had to be in a comeback victory. And in this game, in a comeback victory means the turn, that means I have to beat the turn that I beat the character. They have to have started the turn with more life points than I did. And like, I would have the problem of either getting like just absolutely like beaten the hell out, like no chance of winning, or I would be winning by a landslide, but I have to find a way to like get my life points lower than them. And then it would take me so long to do that. By the time I figured out how to do that, they would have all the cards they needed to win anyway. So it was awful. No, you can destroy this. Okay. Yeah, it was a pain. Draw. Alright, I needed him to destroy that because the requirement I need now is I have to summon a specific monster that I need to have specific cards on the field for, and I couldn't do it with that card. Alright, so let's see. Burn deck takes 30 seconds per turn. Today's decks, you can cook a TV dinner before the turn is done. That's true. That's why I don't play modern competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! It's you watch like in person, they'll like set up the field with like 15 cards in turn 1, and it'll take them like 10 minutes to do a single turn. And if they don't have the perfect setup to beat you regardless of what you do on turn 1, they'll just scoop and call it the round, and you'll go to the next round. Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a joke. It's not fun.
This denizen of the deep is thirsting for a feeding frenzy.
Alright, one of the requirements was I have to summon this card, so now we only have one more achievement we have to go for to unlock Quattro.
Here's number 32. Shark Drake.
Yeah, scooping. That's winning a card game when somebody just gives up, so they scoop up all their cards. Real talk, it's kind of BM. Like a lot of times, people won't let you actually win a game. Like, you'll work really hard to like set up to win a game. Like, you'll fight your whole way up to it, and then right before you're about to win, like the turn you're about to win, the other person will be just like, oh, I give up, I surrender, I'll scoop. So you don't even get the satisfaction of actually winning. It's so... I hate it. I hate that about card games. That people do that. I hate it so much.
I pendulum summon a monster. Here goes. I special summon a monster.
Yeah, some people... Look, my opinion is, like, you should just play the game until the game's done. You know, like, let somebody... If somebody beat me fair and square, let them enjoy the victory.
Here I go. I'll attack with my
When Gimmick Puppet is destroyed, join me.
Take this. My monster attack.
Not bad.
Attack.
Go Shark Drake. Deep sea destruction.
It's not over.
This jackass and his auto summons. Yeah, seriously. Alright, check this out. Check this out. I love this. Shark Drake's effect is...
Shark Drake's effect now activates.
I take off one of the materials I used to summon it. I resummon the card I just destroyed. It loses 1,000 attack, and I get to attack it again for game. That's BM, dude. That's BM.
This is the end. Go Shark Drake.
Instead of being mad at the world, just be mad at me.
I'll never forgive you, Quattro.
Aw, you implying that some people are sore losers? That is exactly what I am saying. Look, all I'm saying is if somebody beats me fair and square, the few times I've tried to play competitive online in this game, every time somebody beats me fair and square without like a BM deck, I'll always give them a thumbs up. There's like an option to give the other person a thumbs up. I'll always give them a thumbs up because I respect that. Dialogue is hilarious. Well, in context, these two characters hate each other because the guy we're dueling, he in a competitive match, he set up set things up so it made it look like the character we're playing as cheated, and got him basically blacklisted from competitive Duel Monsters around the world from now on. And he did it so that he could blacklist him just for the lulz, and so he could get famous. And he needed to win. The guy the guy we're playing as, he needed to win because he needed the money to pay for his sister's surgery because she was in a coma. So, like, he's a real jackass. This guy we're playing against is a jackass. So, to be fair, I would also be mad at this guy. It's okay, she got better. His sister got better. Eventually. Okay, so we have one last achievement to unlock this guy. What we have to do is we have to do a comeback victory. So what I did against you, I was struggling to get against Yuya earlier. That's what we have to do. Yu-Gi-Oh! Sounds cool, but Titus, whenever you describe the plot, it sounds like you're talking about some 500 episode soap opera. Well, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is same goes for Pokemon. It's literally, yeah, you could describe it as like Pokemon because it's a shonen anime. The original Yu-Gi-Oh! When it ran as a manga, because it was originally a manga, it ran in Shonen Jump. It works on shonen rules where there's like a ton of episodes. Like there's usually one, like most Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime series, they go from about 100-ish to 200-ish episodes. So, yeah. It's one of those things where it makes sense if you actually watch the show. It's not that hard to understand the story at all, you know? But if you don't know what's going on, if you just randomly listen in on somebody, that it's like someone trying to describe, yeah, just a long-running anime like One Piece or Pokemon. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't help that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like crosses over with each other in terms of like, you know, like lore and stuff, so which makes it more confusing. And if you're not into the card game too, yeah, Pokemon has over 1,100 episodes. It has over 1,100 episodes. It's crazy. If that dude would cut his hair gel budget, he'd save 640k a year. Look, his nickname is Shark. He uses all shark and fish type monsters in his deck. He's gotta have the aesthetic, you know? You know, now that I think about it, most Yu-Gi-Oh! Character designs would work really good for VTubers. Like, show any Yu-Gi-Oh! Character, and they would pass as a VTuber. If I knew nothing about Yu-Gi-Oh!, you showed me a character design from Yu-Gi-Oh! And told me they were a VTuber, I would believe you. There are those times where you both don't get anything for 7 turns, so 14 turns total, and it's like, alright, I'm gonna pick up. Yeah, true. Okay, so he's got a 1600 attack on the... We'll activate you.
Continuous spell.
What do I want? I want the boss card of the deck, please. Okay, so this is the hard part. This is another one of those duels where we have to finish this guy off with him on a turn where he has more life points than me. So to do that, I have to be very careful about how much damage I deal this guy before I beat him.
I summon a monster. Battle. Here I go. Attack.
Love the meme where it's a shot from the anime and it's like a room full of plain-looking people with normal black and brown hair, and then Yugi's standing there with find the main character. True.
I activate my monster's effect.
Alright, it destroyed a monster, so I can add another monster from my deck to my hand. I'll pick you. What's up with Yu-Gi-Oh! And Surgery? There's Shark Sisters, Trey's sister, Joey's sister in the original anime. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Likes to, like, redo a lot of its tropes. There are at least 3 or 4 times in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where a character either has a like a very like edgy forlorn character has like a younger brother or sister they have to save from kidnapping or save them from surgery with money.
I draw.
It's a very common trope in Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, it's an effective way of showing that they're not like bad people. They're just playing the role of antagonist, you know. So I guess I get it.
Here goes. I summon a monster. Time to battle. Go. My monster attacks.
All right, entered.
I end my
I
turn.
hope you're enjoying I draw. From my hand, I activate a spell card.
You know, you're definitely right about that, Andy. It is kind of a meme. Like, if you look in the background of most Yu-Gi-Oh episodes, like, most of the characters, you can really just tell who's the main character and who's not.
I'll set a card.
Alright, I'll sacrifice my 2 monsters. Or just 1, actually.
I activate my
Summon
continuous
Dino
spell.
Rex. And I get my monster back. Then I'll special summon this guy.
I'll play this. I special summon. Time to battle. Take this. Attack.
Oh wait, I can finish him off this turn and meet the requirements because he has higher life points. Do I have enough to... Yeah, I have enough to take him out this turn. Alright, sweet. I thought that would be a lot harder.
Over yet.
This is the end.
Alright.
I'll never.
And thus I prove that steampunk dinosaur mechs a la Power Rangers make for the best Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Clearly. If that wasn't evidence enough, I don't know what is. Oh yeah, also for everyone who doesn't know already who's here watching this Friday me and Andy are doing a stream collab where we talk about Pokemon. And we just meme on Game Freak for their modern games being bad. So come check that out. It'll be fun. Alright, nice. We unlocked Quattro. I see. I only came here for a quick look, but this world has a lot of fun things going on. The part I like best is that I'll never run out of opponents to face. Seems my brother was helpful after all. I've been looking for a challenge. I'm already champion of one world. It'll be nice to be champion of a second one. I'll charm fans worldwide with this card. They're gonna love it. Gonna get me ranting about Game Freak for 5 hours. It's true, I will. Literally, you should see my personal Discord with my friends, with my non-VTuber friends. I just rant about Game Freak constantly. The moment a duelist realizes that they can't win, the look on their faces is priceless. I can't wait to see it. Time to say hi to my fans. That sounded nothing like Quattro, but I tried. Also, shoutouts to these brother characters from Zexal, whose names are Trey, Quattro, and Quentin. Like they couldn't have just named them 3, 4, and 5. That would have been less weird, honestly. Got mashed potatoes and cheese. Nice, nice. Wait, cheese on your mashed... You know, I don't feel like that's weird, because I hear about cheese on mashed potatoes, but I don't think I ever grew up having cheese on mashed potatoes. We only did, like, gravy, if that. Like, I would put cheese on baked potatoes, but never mashed potatoes. It's good? I'll have to try it one of these days. Cheesy potatoes? That's true. Like, scallions? I have had that. Titus is great at in-depth exploration as to why things are awful. Managed to get a huge spill about Kaiba. That's true, yeah. I think Andy was here for that, actually, yeah. You know, now that you mention it, it is true. I really do just like going on rants about things. Listen, my opinions are right, and people gotta understand. Me, you, and Burke gotta do a stream for Other M. I've actually never played Other M. I mean, honestly, I could probably go to the retro game store near me and find it pretty easily, considering I doubt anyone wants it. So that wouldn't be hard. I wouldn't be opposed to that idea. It'd be funny. Just get shredded cheese and mix it in. Yeah, it sounds simple enough. You're a step away from the get off my lawn person in terms of era defense in games. We will welcome you to the team. Good. I'm glad. People have a right to a wrong opinion. No, people have a right to a wrong opinion. It's not like I'm telling people their opinions are like people can't have an opinion. It's what okay, so here's the thing. When I say something like modern Pokemon is bad and Game Freak is the people who are in charge of Game Freak are lazy, I'm not saying that people who like the modern Pokemon games are wrong for liking the modern Pokemon games. I'm saying my issue is with people, if anything, is with people who like for lack of a better words, they suck up to companies and like act like they can do no wrong and refuse to be critical. And then whenever they see someone who is critical of them, they call them out and tell them that they're wrong for being critical. That's what I have an issue with. The fact that people like Sword and Shield or Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, I have no issue with that. But the fact that if I went on Twitter and commented under a tweet by the Pokemon Twitter account that their newest games were lazy and I didn't like them, that they can do better, because objectively I'm of the opinion they can, and then someone tells me that I'm in the wrong for saying that I disagree with. Your favorite quote ever comes from the cartoon Billy and Mandy, which basically predicted modern internet culture. This movie isn't stupid, you're stupid. True. I can't believe you just called out game theory like that. But that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. Yo, real talk, I was actually, I was thinking about this the other day. Billy and Mandy was like a really dark show for kids. Like, if I was a parent back then, and I knew what was going on in Billy and Mandy, there was no way I would have let my kids watch that before they were the age of like 13 at least. Like, that show was dark for kids. There was some messed up stuff in that show. God, you hate that guy. Who, MatPat? I don't hate MatPat as a person. I just think his videos are very, like... They try to come off as intelligent, but they're really not. That's my only real issue. Okay, we unlocked every character in Zexa World, so we're gonna move on to the next world. Move on to 5Ds. Had a YouTube video get spammed by people parroting some incorrect fact about a game he had on his channel. I mean, okay, here's the thing with MatPat and his theories. Not just here's the thing with MatPat and his theories. Because he has multiple channels. He has like a food one and a movie and TV show one also. My issue with MatPat is he is perfectly fine when he does theories about like numbers or science. Those are fine. My issue is when he does ones about like lore, because he misses the point. His idea of like doing a theory about lore for anything is like everyone is secretly evil the whole time and the people who are evil are actually good. That's it. Or like everything is secretly messed up and really harmless game, and everything is like really deep and esoteric and there's nothing actually there. That's what MatPat's videos are like. Or everything's in a character's head. Yeah. His ones where he bases it off like math or science, those are inoffensive. They're fine. Some of them I'd argue are actually kind of good. But the ones based on lore, they're always garbage. Always. I can think of very few that I'm okay with. That I'm like, oh yeah, that was fine. Okay. We have quite a few characters in the 5Ds world we can unlock. Let's go with Primo, since he's got the fewest. Reduce his life points to 0 by inflicting battle damage with Shooting Star Dragon at level 30. Perform 2 Synchro Summons in one duel against Primo using Antinomy. I can do that easily. At this point, his Five Nights at Freddy lore videos are a meme. True, true. I'm pretty sure even Scott Cawthorn doesn't like them. Although, I don't think people really care what Scott Cawthorn thinks anymore because he got into that whole controversy last year, so... Yeah. 5D sounds like a bra size to you? The 5D stands for 5 dragons. Because in the lore of this season, there are 5 main characters that later become 6, and each of them has a dragon card and a mark signifying that they're an important character chosen by a dragon deity who may or may not be Quetzalcoatl from Aztec mythology. Yes, I said that correctly. I did not misquote that. That is canon. The powers that be in 5Ds are based off of Incan and Mayan and Aztec deities. So, did you know Mario is faster than Sonic? 5 dragons, but no Junk Eyes Trash Dragon. You're offended? Honestly. Okay, so I need to fix Yusei's deck before we can unlock Primo. No, the dragons are Stardust Dragon, which is like a space-themed dragon. That's actually my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's this guy right here. I love this guy. He's so cool. And it's actually a good card. So there's Stardust Dragon, there's Red Dragon Archfiend, which is like a demonic-looking dragon kind of thing. There's Black Rose Dragon, which is like a rose bush-looking dragon. Ancient Fairy Dragon, which is a dragon that also looks like a fairy. Black Feather Dragon, which looks like a giant crow mixed with a dragon. And Life Stream Dragon, which looks like a giant mutant yellow dragon. Yeah, it's weird. And they were all picked by Quetzalcoatl to save the world. Where's the card I'm looking for? So many dragons. Well, they realized that dragons sell the best to kids because kids like dragons. So all the major characters of the series, they gave them their big boss card was a dragon in this season. Yo, where's Power Tool Dragon? Power Tool Dragon isn't a Signer Dragon. They literally have a running joke in 5Ds about how Power Tool Dragon isn't a Signer Dragon. Its evolved form is a Signer Dragon, the Life Stream Dragon. The Power Tool Dragon itself is not a Signer Dragon. They literally make jokes about how it doesn't count as one in the show. Alright, there's a specific card I need to put back in my deck. Okay, this guy. And who am I going to take out? I want Turbo Warrior in the deck. I'll take out one of you guys. Yeah, that works. No, but 5Ds is probably my favorite season of all of Yu-Gi-Oh! If I'm being honest. I have no, like, it's just, it runs on the factor of cool. Like, they really took everything seriously in that show. Alright, to get the achievement, we have to beat this guy by summoning a very specific monster. One specific monster that's in our deck. We have to summon it and beat him with it. How do you race and duel? I'm pretty sure in the show they explained that there's a setting on their motorcycles that drives for them. Well, like it's like autopilot. And also by this point in the series, like the entire world and economy runs based off of the card game. So they literally set up the city streets so that like they literally no Andy, they said you think I'm joking, but they literally in 5Ds by the second half of the series, they've set it up. They set up the city that the series takes place in, so that the police, they monitor every street and road in the city at all times. And if a duel ever takes place on a motorcycle, they can like basically rearrange all the street lanes of the city to make like a track for them to play on, and they redirect traffic so that people won't like cause car crashes, so that people can play a card game. You could literally get late to work because some dude wants to play Yu-Gi-Oh! on like, the highway. We will call his deck the Capcom. Please don't sue us. We're not ripping off Mega Man deck. Well, this guy's deck is cool because Yusei, the main character of 5Ds, his whole shtick is that the city that he lives in, which is the same city the first 2 seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh! Took place in between the end of the second and the beginning of the 3rd series that he's in, there's like a giant, basically a nuke, honestly, that goes off in the middle of the city that splits it in 2, and one half becomes like the new like rich area, and it uses the poor area of the former city basically as slave labor. And so the protagonist of this series comes from the poor area, and he has to like escape from the poor area to the rich area and win a tournament to like win, basically to win being able his right to legally exist, basically. So it's like really messed up. There's like a lot of discussion of class in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. It's like the series gets weirdly dark for Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, we're gonna summon Junk Synchron. Junk Servant can be special summoned when I have a Junk monster on the field. And then I'm gonna Synchro Summon out for Junk Archer. Guess it's like Pokemon where nobody uses gun and only fights with dueling Pokemon. Like what happens if they try and duel and some guy pulls out a gun. Well, technically there's nothing stopping that from happening. But the issue is that, like, usually, like, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Pretty much, like, the reason people don't just, like, kill the other person is because usually the artifact they have or the cards that they have work on some kind of sci-fi or magic rules that usually, like, state you have to beat the other person fairly in the card game to be able to win the thing you want from the protagonist. Like, in the very first series, all of Yu-Gi-Oh! All of the card game itself, it, like, originated from ancient Egyptian monsters that were real. And, like, a lot of the main characters, the good guys and the bad guys, had these ancient Egyptian artifacts that had actual magic. So, like, they couldn't just kill people because the magic in the puzzle, in, like, the items made it so that if you wanted to win them, you had to beat your opponent in a game fair and square. So, like, that's how they usually would explain it away. You have to play you have to play the card game because the card game is actually based off of ancient Egyptian games that, like, people would play, usually to the death. So, like, you have to win the MacGuffin in a fair match. And then every series after that has a similar rule, usually, for the MacGuffins. So, that's how they get away with it. Walking down a dark alley, some guy mugs you, but you pull out your cards and you two card duel. Pretty much, yeah. Oh, that is the opposite of good. Oh, that is the last. Damn it. That's not good. Alright, I have to activate my trap.
There's still hope for me. I flip over my face down card. I activate my trap card. I'm ending my turn.
The card he just, for context, the card he just summoned. So these cards, the white ones, they're called Synchro Monsters. They're a specific kind of card in the game. This guy's boss monster in his deck literally hard counters Synchro Monsters. If he would have gotten off its effect, he could have absorbed my monster, its attack power would have been added to his, and he could have finished me for game right there. So I had to destroy my monster to destroy his. It's unfortunate, but it's either that or I would have lost the game right there. Imagine the card duel in the dark alley, Michael Jackson song Beat It always starts playing as background music. Why use a gun when you have a god of time and space? Exactly. Yeah, in Pokemon, like, why would you use a gun when you have, like, sapient monsters with magic powers.
The tuner monster junk synchron.
Panicking Titus makes for good content. I'm glad at least.
I draw. I summon a monster.
What you got, Primo? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit, Sam I am. I like that even I like that even less.
Monster attack. I end my turn. My turn. If you
Okay.
wanna survive,
Well,
power your circuit. I'll set a card.
we'll set a card face down and end our turn.
How much more?
Not much else I can do.
Come out.
I'm probably gonna lose this duel, to be honest.
Let's back time to
Okay, I can survive one more turn.
monster attack.
Activate enemy controller.
I flip over
Turn his attacking monster to defense mode, and then the other monster's effect
spell.
makes it automatically destroyed when I play a spell card.
I'm ending my turn. It's go time.
Alright, I survived a single turn.
I draw.
That is not good enough. Okay. Okay.
I know what to
Special summon Boost Warrior.
do. Special summon a monster.
Okay, I have one chance. Okay, I will synchro summon out Formula Synchron. Formula Synchron is a weak monster, but when I summon it, it lets me draw a card. If it's a strong enough monster, I might be able to make a comeback.
Collide to create pure might.
So you said Blue Eyes Dragon is the Charizard of Yu-Gi-Oh! What's the Pikachu? Karibo. Definitely Karibo.
The Synchro Tuner Formula Synchron.
Because every new series of Yu-Gi-Oh! There's at least one new type of Karibo. And it's just like a little cute, like, fuzzball thing. Like, it's like clearly meant to be the cute mascot.
Formula Synchron's effect activates.
That is not a card that... Oh, Pain Pecco!
I draw.
Pain Pecco!
The monster. Battle. Go. I end my turn. Go time. If you want to survive, I draw. Circuit.
Okay, that is also not a card that I can use.
I'll set a monster. I end my turn. I draw. Come out. Let's do it. My monster attack. Do it. Attack him directly. I must. This is
I'm pretty sure I lose this game. We're gonna have to try again. Yeah, I lose.
my turn. Okay. I summon a monster. Battle. Go. I attack with my monster.
Alright, go ahead. Finish me off.
I end my turn. Draw. I'll set him up. Let's time to death. Go.
Alright, we'll have to try again. No worries. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose to the villain that causes the end of the world. It is what it is. That's what she said. Listen. This is a say so chat. Thank you. This is a say so chat. There is nothing you buy here. Thank you very much. Alright, we're going second. That's fine, because that means we get to draw an extra card.
Everyone is depending on me to save.
Alright, this is a much better hand than last time.
How much more can you take before you fall to your knees? I'll set a monster. I end my turn. It's go time. If you
Alright.
wanna survive, my turn. Power your circuit.
Dodo!
I draw.
Oh, that's the good shit right there. That's the good shit. Alright. We'll special summon Level Warrior in defense mode, because he's got a monster on the field.
Special summon a monster.
I summon Junk Synchron.
The tuner monster jump synchron.
Imagine being the hero to save the whole world and getting a bad hand. Honestly. And then because I have a Junk monster on the field, I can special summon Junk Servant.
I need your help. I special summon a monster.
Perfect. Alright, we'll tune Junk Synchron with Level Warrior to summon Junk Archer.
Urge to form the arrow that pierces. Ready or Take this.
Attack.
I attack with my monster.
And I'll attack directly.
Fire, junk archer. Scrap arrow. Let's see what
Seem to recall a dislike for people who do so much shit in one turn that it takes half an hour. And that's totally... No. Samasa, you don't understand. When I say that, I quite literally mean in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! People will literally go for 5 to 10 minutes on a turn. I'm not in an exaggerating way. Like, they will literally take that long. They will play like 15 cards in a turn. It's like chess. Yes, I wasn't exaggerating. What I just did was a basic combo.
I set a card.
Yeah, no, it can get bad.
Fire, junk archer. Scrap arrow. Take this. I attack you directly.
All right, he's down to 200 life points. We just have to wait until we can get out the one boss monster we need to get the achievement.
Give me so much trouble. I
Draw.
I'm not scared to fire.
We'll just keep chipping away at his monsters.
Let's see
Well, we won't let him have anything on the field until we can get what we need.
activate my monsters effect.
Oh wait, no, that's bad.
An effect destroyed my monster.
Oh, that's very bad.
Do you feel a dark shadow of doom? Your
This is very not good.
strength. Synchro absorption. There's still hope for me. I flip over my face down card. I activate a quick play spell. Mechlord Emperor Weissel negates and destroys your spells. From my hand,
Oh god. I think we might have lost again.
I activate my trap. Back Mechlord Emperor Weissel. Attack! How can this work? This is the perfect test to go beyond my I end my turn.
Do we have any more trap? Okay, perfect. We're not screwed yet. That card is a sweet looking game controller, yeah.
I know what to do.
In the anime, he literally gives it a Konami code when he uses it. It's funny. Alright, end my turn.
I'm not giving up. Looks like this I end my turn.
Alright, summon a monster. Thank you. Because now I can do this.
There's still hope for me.
Say goodbye to both your monsters.
I activate my trap. I knew you'd be a tough one to beat.
Good. Good. Okay.
From my hand, I activate a continuous spell.
And I'll normal summon you.
I summon a monster.
And I'll end my turn.
Not giving up. No human.
Alright, everything is set. I need one specific card in my deck, and I can end this game.
Trouble. This is the perfect test to go beyond my
Draw. You're not the card. Had to get a new Xbox controller for your PC. Got one mostly designed like an old retro controller. Not sure yet if it was a good idea.
I'm not scared to attack. Let's back go. My monster attack.
How is it designed as a retro controller?
No human is better.
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
I know what to do. Let's back time to dance. How can this work? I knew me so much trouble. I end my turn. The tuner monster junk synchron. I'm not giving up. Looks like this. I end my turn. I battle. Do it. Attack. How can this work? This is the perfect test to go beyond. I draw. I end my turn.
Alright. Bright Star Dragon's effect.
Summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect. I don't
And his
think
monster's
so.
destroyed.
I activate my monster's effect.
Switch you to defense mode. I'll end my turn.
Not giving up. Like this I end my turn. I know what to do. Ice battle. Do it. Attack. I still
This
have
is the
enough
perfect
life
test to
left
go beyond
defeat
my. I
you.
draw.
I end my turn.
Do I even have the cards necessary to do what I want to do? I think I do.
I'm not scared to attack. Take this. I attack with my monster.
End my turn.
This pest.
I end my
draw.
turn.
How can this worm
I
give
knew
me so
you'd
much
be a tough
trouble?
one to beat.
I end
draw.
my turn.
Okay, I think I can do this. I think I can do this. Activate Junk Converter's effect.
Monster's effect.
Discard Quick Draw Synchron. To get Junk Synchron from my deck to my hand. I will summon Junk Synchron.
Tuner monster Junk Synchron.
Junk Synchron's effect will activate.
Synchron's effect.
I can bring back Junk Converter from the graveyard.
I special summon a monster.
I tune Junk Converter with Junk Synchron to Synchro Summon Junk Warrior.
Even the tiniest scrap has value. And this appear Junk Warrior.
Says it's Hyperkin. Does it say I hate pity? Seems you both have differing opinions on that controller.
Junk Warrior gains the attack of my level 2 or lower monsters.
Alright, Junk Converter's effect.
I activate my monster.
I can take one of the cards I used to summon Junk Warrior and bring it back to the field. I pick Junk Synchron.
Tuner monster Junk Synchron.
Now, I tune Junk Synchron with Junk Warrior.
The hopes of the world coalesce into a single star. Let's rev it up.
Think you have different controllers, period. Ah. Here we go, my favorite monster in the game.
Take flight, Stardust Dragon.
With 5 spaces, this would be easy. Yeah, unfortunately, Duel Links is jank. I have to wait until I can get out Shooting Star Dragon. But I don't even know if I can get out Shooting Star Dragon with... I have to bait him into destroying Bright Star Dragon.
I end my
I
turn.
draw. Come out. Ice battle. Time to
There we go. Okay.
I
This
still
is
have
the
enough
perfect
life
test
points
to go
left
beyond my
defeat
limit.
you.
I draw.
I end my turn.
I'm not giving up.
No human is
I
better
end
than
my
me.
turn.
I draw. I set a monster. I still
I
have
knew
enough
you'd be
life
a tough
points
one
left to
beat.
defeat you.
I draw.
I end
Draw.
my turn.
I know
Normal summon.
I summon a monster. I'm not scared to attack. Let's bat. Here I go. My monster attacks.
Attack.
Take this. My monster attack. I'm not
Alright.
No
giving up.
human is better than
I
me.
have 5 cards left in my deck. I need to draw the card that I need.
I
Oh my, he has another copy of it?
Do you feel a dark shadow of doom?
Oh my god, really?
Your synchro monster will fuel my battle.
Screw off, bro. Screw off.
I can't sync.
You're only supposed to have 1 copy of your boss monster in the deck. Why do you have 2? I have to try again. Bros, I just wanted to win the game. Pain, Pekko. Everything is not Daijobu right now. Alright, I'm done playing around. I'm getting an extra card. I don't care if it gives me an unfair advantage. I'm done. These achievements requirements are stupid anyway.
Each card has power.
I'm the duel.
It's my turn.
All I got was Pot of Greed. Alright, Pot of Greed. It lets me draw 2 cards. Alright, I'll set a card. Summon Junk Archer in attack mode. Special summon Junk Servant. Set this card face down. Thank you for the reacts in chat. Thank you for sharing in my pain. I appreciate it.
I summon a monster. Watch this. I activate my monster's effect. I activate my monster's effect. I use Mechlord.
Oh, come on. He got Mechlord out again.
Do you feel a dark?
Oh my god, seriously?
I knew you'd try that. Here's my face down card.
Mechlord Emperor Weissel negates and destroys your spell.
And he's got the spell. And he's got the spell.
Mechlord Emperor Weissel.
You know what? That's fine. That's the one I wanted to get destroyed anyway. Unironically. I'm not just saying that to hide the pain. Unironically, I prefer he get destroyed that way. Okay. I mean, if all you got, your 1 free card was a card to let you draw 2 free cards, doesn't... Yeah, that's true. But, like, the other cards they can get from that are better. Some reason they have to explain Pot of Greed every time. Yep, for all the new viewers. Alright, Bright Star Dragon's effect. Up your level by 2. I Synchro Summon out Stardust Dragon.
The hopes of the world coalesce into a single star. Take flight, Stardust Dragon!
Activate Metalmorph.
Over my face down card. I activate my trap battle.
Attack.
Stardust Dragon!
Get out of here.
Barely a
I end my
How
turn.
much more can you take? I draw. I'm ending my
It's
turn.
go time.
Alright.
My turn. I
Dodo.
I'm counting.
Summon Max Warrior.
I summon a monster. I'm not scared to attack. Go!
Attack.
I attack with my monster.
Attack directly.
I attack you directly.
Alright. Come on, give me the 1 card I need.
I still have enough
My
life
turn.
There is a single card I need to win this game. Just give it to me.
From my hand, I activate a continuous battle. Attack, Stardust Dragon! Cosmic Flare!
Well, I got a 1 in 13 chance to get it next turn. I guess.
This world
It's
could
go
be so
time.
much trouble.
I
I end
draw.
my turn.
That is not the card. Dang it, come on.
Go! Attack!
I got it turn 1 the first attempt, and now I can't get it.
It's better than I draw. I still have enough life points left to defeat you.
I draw.
No, you're not it either.
I'm not scared to attack. Here I go. Attack!
Turn end.
No human is better than I draw. Come out. I summon from my hand.
Orale, really?
Time to dance. Attack.
Alright.
Enough
It's
life
my
points
turn.
left to defeat you.
I draw.
I end my turn.
Battle. This is the strength of our bond.
Wait, no, that... Oh, I'm stupid. I'm an idiot. That beats him. Oh my god. Why am I so dumb? Now I have to do it again. Okay, la. Things are not Daijobu. They are not. Everything is not Daijobu. Almost feel like you should clip the oh crap, I accidentally won as well. Might as well. Even with the extra card, I couldn't win. So Andy, you said the weather is bad where you're at, right? How bad is it? How bad are we talking? Like snow?
Everyone is
Or just like
depending
really
on
rainy
us
and
in the
windy?
future.
It was snowing sideways?
When I do,
Oh my god, that's terrible. I'm not gonna lie though, I'm a little bit jealous because I never had snow growing up where I lived, so cars sliding off the road, oh, that's bad. That's really bad. I take back what I just said. Deal with -20 Fahrenheit weather, you'll never want to see snow again. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I activate my
Alright, activate Junk Converter's effect. Discard Quick Draw Synchron. I'm gonna get Mono Synchron. And then I'm gonna end my turn.
I end my turn.
it's my turn. I draw. I know what to do. I set battle. Do it. Attack him directly. I
This
end
is the
my
perfect
turn.
test.
Actually supposed to be on a call with Mimi, but a parcel arrived and had to run out in your pajama shorts in the snow to grab it from the mail. But that sounds terrible. Ugh. I'm sorry to hear that. Alright, Harpy Feather Duster.
I activate a spell card.
I act and effect destroy my monster.
Come on!
Special summon this. Do you feel a dark shadow of doom closing around you? It's
I am so actually angry right now. I am so genuinely upset. Street became a river while it was 0-degree weather. Live on a hill. Oh my god. At least it wasn't too icy, so that was good. Well, that's good. Yeah, we can't win this duel. There's literally nothing we can do to win this duel.
I set a monster.
Forgot you and Lazy live near each other. Ah, I see.
From my hand.
Mechlord Emperor Weissel negates
Oh, screw off.
I'm not giving up.
dancing in
Though, don't think he prefers Sangwa. Yeah, understandable.
Weissel attack. Let's Mechlord Emperor Weissel.
This is the perfect test to go beyond my I draw.
Squirm. I end my turn.
Okay. I summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect. I'm not scared to attack. Let's take this. My monster
Expecting there won't be serious snow here this season. Mom's gonna have a hell of a time driving up the hill. Oof.
I'm not
That sounds
giving
pretty
up.
rough.
Only
I end my
getting
turn.
what I draw from my hand. I activate my. I'll set. Let's back. Go. Attack.
Yo, hey, what's up, NSK?
Unbelievable. I
Now,
knew
Mom,
you'd be a
your
tough one to
attack
beat.
has fruit.
When it comes to Oklahoma, though, it really comes. State doesn't like to do hot weather half-assed.
Draw.
How's the Dino Boy? The Dino Boy is not Daijo Boo. I am not Daijo Boo. Okay, there is a single thing I can do to maybe save this duel.
I need your help. I summon a monster. I need your help. I special summon a monster.
This will let me draw a card. If I can draw one specific card from the deck off the very top, if I can top deck it, I will win.
Synchron's effect
Or
activated.
have a shot. Nope, I didn't get it. Alright, we're surrendering.
I can't.
I don't got time for this no more. Dino Rage. I am so genuinely mad right now, Sinalasa. You have no idea. You have absolutely no idea. Will do, Dino Man. Oh, Pain Pecco. Am I actually gonna use more than one? Yeah, I am going to. What am I kidding? All right, we're going all in. We're getting the extra life. We're getting the extra card. I am using all of the advantages, unfair advantages against this guy because this achievement is unbelievably hard. How have I been? Been alright. How have you been? I'm having a rough time right now trying to get this very specific spill the tea.
Everyone is depending on me to save their future.
Trying to unlock
I won't let them down.
characters I haven't unlocked yet in this game, and to do it, I have to do very specific moves in this game. And this one that I'm doing right now is very hard. I've been trying like 6 times.
Fall to your knees.
You're great? That's good. I'm glad that you're doing great.
Soul Carrier. I, Metal, combine into
Oh my god, he already summoned the boss monster turn 1!
from my hand. I activate
And the
my
power. Okay, come on now, dude.
My turn.
Today I'm a busy dino. I am a busy dino today, yes. Is there a way to get... I think there's a way I can get around this.
Need your help. I special summon a
Magic Cylinder. Yeah, Magic Cylinder is pretty good.
monster to come.
There might be a way for me to get around this.
I activate my monster's effect. The tuner monster Junk Synchron. Junk Synchron's effect.
Alright, bring in Junk Converter.
I special summon a monster.
1 turn after you use those extra boost cards. Yeah, pretty much. Time for hot flashes because Andy's here. Look, at least they're honest. Okay, I might be able to pull this off.
Even the tiniest scrap has value.
Alright, Junk Warrior.
Appear, Junk Warrior! Junk Warrior gains the attack of my level 2 or lower monster.
Alright, Junk Converter's
I
effect.
activate my monster's effect.
Bring back Junk Synchron.
The tuner monster Junk Synchron. The hopes of the world coalesce into a single star.
To bring out Stardust.
Take flight.
And activate Polymerization.
Mechlord Emperor.
Damn it, I forgot his effect negates spell cards! Oh, no! Oh my god, I'm gonna be doing this forever. I am going to be doing this forever.
Take me. I draw.
GG, yeah. This is...
Will fuel.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm going to win this duel right now. But I have to, but like getting that one specific achievement off, it's never happening, man.
Steel slash.
Magic Cylinder for game.
You're not the only one full of surprise.
That felt good. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That felt good.
Everyone has
But it also means I have to play again. I made an ass of him this time. I'm telling you, man, the AI in this game, it gets the exact cards it needs every single time. Once more with feeling. Sounds like Mario Kart, fucking blue and red shells everywhere. I don't mind if Titus splashes your pick here. I don't have his pick, actually. Yeah, I gotta take that up with Mimi. She's gonna take a while. She's a busy lady. Flashing card here. I see what you did there. Yeah, if you want to see the sketch, you should ask Mimi.
I'm the one. Duel. How much more?
Alright, what card did you give me? Raigeki! That's what I'm talking about! That's a good card! Wait, his monster destroys... His monster negates spells. Never mind, this is a terrible card. Oh, pain, Pekko!
I'm counting on you. I summon a monster. Battle.
Attack!
My monster attack.
Turn end.
My turn.
It's my turn. I draw. I summon a monster. Battle. Time to dance.
Enemy controller.
Attacks.
Here's my face.
Get out.
I activate a
My
quick play
monster's
spell.
effect. I use
He's got Wesley in his hand again!
special combine.
Bro, why has he got Weisel again? Come on, bro.
End my
It's
turn.
my turn.
If you want to survive,
I draw.
I'll usurp it.
Okay, I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm perfectly okay. Alright, summon Junk Anchor.
I summon a monster.
Special summon Junk Servant.
I know what to do. I special summon
Nudist
a monster.
VTuber. I don't think there is one. Alright. Coral Dragon.
I synchro summon a
Not without Twitch stepping in. True. Alright, activate
my monster.
Coral Dragon's effect. Goodbye. Get lost. Don't ever come back.
I'm not scared. Here I go. I attack you.
Making it sound like Andy's going that way. Andy doesn't come off to me as the type who would be into that.
I draw. I'll set a monster. I set. How can this world
It's go
give me
time.
so much trouble?
I draw.
I end my turn.
Okay. I summon a monster. I'm not scared to it. Go. My monster attacks.
I end my turn.
No human is better than me. I draw. I still
It's
have enough
my
life
turn.
points left to defeat you.
I draw.
I end my turn.
Now I draw the card. Now I draw the card. I see how it is.
I'm not scared to take this. My monster attacks.
This game is testing my patience.
I draw. I still
It's
have
my
enough
turn.
life points left to defeat
I
you.
draw.
I end my turn.
I end my
No
turn.
human is better than me. I draw. Weisel top.
Oh, good. He wins again.
Combine. Necklord Emperor Weisel absorbed from my hand. I active Let's. You're as helpless as a bee who lost its sting. How can this worm give
This
me
is
so
a
much
perfect
trouble?
test to go beyond my.
I end my
draw.
turn.
Órale.
I'll set a monster. I set a card. I'm
End
not
turn.
giving up.
Looks like this
I
pest
end
knows
my
a
turn.
few tricks. I draw. I'll set a monster. Let's Mechlord Emperor Weisel attack. Stainless steel slash. I still have
I
enough
knew
life
you'd be a
points
tough
left
one
to
to
defeat you.
I draw.
I end my turn.
Oh god, what do I even do?
The tuner monster Junk Synchron. Junk Synchron's effect. I know what to do. I special summon a monster.
Well, trying again. This is torture. This is agony. I am not ending this stream until I get this achievement. I refuse. Embrace my suffering. I am now punished, Titus. So just Photoshop like runny mascara and like emo 2000s era like punk band hair on me. That I am punished.
Witness the
I'm the one. Duel.
Punish Titus the dinosaur.
It's go time. My turn. I'll set a card. From my hand, I activate I set a card.
Turn end.
How much more can you take? I draw. Come out. I summon a monster. From my hand, I activate my equip spell. Battle. Do it. Attack him directly.
So that's your move.
I'm ending my
It's
turn.
go time. I
Draw.
Okay. I special summon a monster. I know what to do. I summon a monster. Power and speed surge towards each other. The Synchro Tuner.
Okay, Synchro Chase.
Continuous spell. Formula Synchron's effect activates. I'm counting on you. I special summon a monster.
End my turn.
How much more can you take before you fault? I draw. I know what to do. I summon a monster. Time to dance. Attack. Time to dance.
Magic Cylinder.
Over my face down.
Monster's effect. I use
And he's got the Weisel, everybody.
special summoning. Combine it.
This is hell.
Mechlord Emperor Weisel. Attack.
I'm not even sticking around for this.
Steel slash. How can this world
It's
give me
go
so
time.
much trouble?
I
I end
draw.
my turn.
Orale.
I summon a monster. I flip over my face down card. I activate my trap card. I'm not scared to attack. This is the strength of our bond. I attack with my monster. I activate
Get out
my monster.
and stay out.
I end my turn.
No human is better than me. I battle. Time to dance.
Well, I lose.
My mind.
Not
Time
bad.
to dance. I still
This is
have
the
enough
perfect
life
test
points
to
left
go beyond my.
defeat you.
I draw.
I end my turn.
I know what to do. I summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect.
But now, I activate my monster's effect.
I'm not scared to it. Go! Attack! I'm not giving
Looks
up.
like this pest.
I end my turn.
I'm like, Bill. Poor Titus, how many times are you gonna do this? It's because every time I need two very specific cards on the field to summon out the card I need, and every single time I can get one of the two out, but I can't get the other one out. It's so terrible. Okay.
The tuner monster Junk Synchron.
Junk Synchron's effect.
The Synchron. The spirits merge to form the arrow that pierces the sky. Ready your bow.
See, if I had one more turn, just one more turn, I could do this. But I know I'm not gonna get that turn.
Archer. Scrap arrow.
Okay. Guys, I need you to send me your energy. Okay? If I can keep both of these guys on the field for one more turn, I can do this. Send me your energy.
Not giving up.
No.
Come on. Please.
I draw. I set a monster.
Oh! I might be able to do this. I might be able to do this.
The tuner monster Turbo Synchron.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go. I tune Junk Archer with Turbo Warrior to synchro summon Stardust Dragon.
Coalesce into a single star. Let's rev it up. Synchro summon.
No, you're good, NSK. You're good. Okay. Let's see here. Yes.
I activate a continuous spell.
Bring back Junk Archer with Synchro Chase's effect.
Ready your
Hey, Mimi, how's it going? Alright, let's do this! We're about to do it! I tuned Stardust Dragon with Formula Synchron to summon Shooting Star Dragon! Finally!
spread your wings and soar to new heights.
Synchro Shokan!
Destiny. Excel Synchro. Appear.
Waga Tamashi Shooting Star Dragon! I activate Junk Archer's effect.
Junk Archer's effect.
Get that shit off the field. Get it out of here.
Battle.
And attack directly with Shooting Star Dragon.
Take this. I attack you directly.
Let's go! Let's go!
You say Fudo, I will get my revenge.
Everyone has the capability.
Finally, the evil is defeated. I can rest in peace. Game crashes. Oh god. Alright. Ooh, and I got an ultra rare card. Nice. We got him, ladies and gentlemen. Epic screams while parents walks in. Yeah, sorry about that. Did you miss something? I finally won, Sunlas! I won! Oh, finally. Finally. Whew! Alright, what's the other requirement for unlocking this guy? Perform 2 synchro summons in 1 duel against Primo use... I have to unlock an entire different character to unlock this character. I did all of that with no immediate payoff. I feel dead inside. Why are we here? Just to suffer? Oh my god, I have to no, Andy, you just said I have to do it all over again. No, you don't understand. To unlock this other character, to finish unlocking that character, I literally have to do the exact same thing again, but against him now. Oh my god. Okay, fine. We're doing it now. We're doing it live. I am not ending this stream until I unlock these 2. I don't care how long it takes.
Witness the bond with my card.
You say you'll never defeat me at Duel.
It's go time. My turn.
Okay, at least this guy doesn't have the boss monster that literally counters my entire deck. I thank God. So this should be a little bit easier.
I set a monster. I end my
Here
turn.
I go. Jet Falcon. I end my turn.
I
Draw.
I set a card. The tuner monster Junk Synchron. Junk Synchron's effect.
Bring back that guy.
I know what to do.
Since this monster was Tech Genus Warwolf,
I end my turn.
it's my turn. I draw. I'll set a monster battle. Attack! Tech Genus Jet
Treacherous
Falcon.
trap hole.
For me.
Guy's sunglasses look
For my
dorky.
face down card.
He's trying to hide his identity.
Trap card.
Because in the show he's from his...
Another monster in
In the show he's from, he's hiding his identity as a different person.
Try to defeat me.
I draw.
Wait, I might be able to do it with just this.
I need your help. I special summon a monster. Watch as I shift my power to overdrive.
Giant conspicuous red sunglasses is not how you draw less attention to yourself. True. Then I'll summon Max Warrior.
I summon a monster.
Summon Junk Archer.
Merge to form the arrow.
Not even sunglasses, but like a retro sci-fi red visor. Listen, he's an android from a post-apocalyptic future, and he had to hide his identity from the guy who he was pretending to be friends with.
Fire, Junk Archer. Slap arrow. Take him out, Turbo Warrior. Excel slash.
No, I'm absolutely serious. That is literally his plot line.
Deck to my hand.
Let's see what you can do.
About time you're taking
I
this.
end my turn.
He is literally a robot that got sent back in time to stop an apocalyptic future by befriending and helping advance the dueling strength of the main character through card games, gaining amnesia when he lands in the past, becoming genuine friends with him, and then doing a heroic sacrifice by helping him get stronger like originally planned with the goal to beat the bad guy who sent him there.
The tuner
That is literally that is literally how the anime goes. Yes.
The hopes of the world coalesce into a single star. Take flight. Battle. Take this. My monster attack.
Rush Rhino adds another monster in my deck to my hand.
Okay.
Let's see what you can do.
About time you're taking this.
I end my turn.
Draw. I see.
I won't let you win
Well
this.
done.
I draw.
I end my turn.
Like I was saying, thankfully this guy has no hard counter to my entire deck. So I just have to like keep him from getting anything out until I can get out my monster. Titus just got to do the same thing. True, true.
Let's see what you can
My
do.
turn.
I end my turn.
Draw. I'll set.
Well, that's the thing. I'm literally playing as the character who in the show he becomes friends with,
I draw.
who he's trying to hide his identity from.
Let's see what you can
My
do.
turn.
I end my
Still can't get over how that guy is from a post-apocalyptic future. Yep. No. Okay, this is how the plot of the second half of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds goes. In the future, how do I explain this in the least complicated way? Okay, before the series starts, the energy machine, they create an infinite energy machine, and it is that infinite energy machine that causes an explosion that splits the city into two and makes like a dystopia that start where the whole entire series is set in the first place.
I'm not scared.
Then,
Let's battle.
they learn the villain of the second half of the anime shows up and reveals that far in the future, that infinite energy machine that runs on their motorcycles that play games and the synchro cards, caused, literally spoke into existence apocalyptic robots that wipe out all of humanity. So one human on like a life support system and his 3 friends who were the last survivors, who he turns into androids so they can live forever, have to go back into the past and destroy the time period of the anime so that they can prevent the apocalypse from ever happening because of card games. Ripping off of Terminator. Yeah, basically, yeah. The entire lore is that the big bad of the series, he literally is from a future where he did plastic surgery and like did everything possible to mimic the protagonist of the anime because he was a hero who saved the world in the past, but he wasn't able to save the world in the future because he's not him. So then he travels back to the past and pretends to be an evil future version of the protagonist and convince him to give up so that they can nuke the city that the series takes place in to prevent the bad future from ever happening. But the protagonists are like, no, that's stupid. And then they beat him in a fight in a card game. And he's like, oh, you're right, that was stupid. And then he sacrifices himself to save them from the nuke that's going to destroy the city. That is literally the entire series. Soap opera for teenagers. You're right. Like, you're absolutely right. It is. It is. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It is literally a soap opera for teenagers. You're not wrong.
I'm not scared to attack. Let's take him out, Turbo Warrior.
And it's like just like really dark scenes of this guy like trying to save people from these apocalyptic robots, and just giant fissures open in the ground and thousands of people fall to their death. It's really gruesome for a children's show.
Draw. I'll set a monster. I see. Well done. I end my turn.
I won't let you win this duel. It's my turn.
You know, even though you appreciate how weird Yu-Gi-Oh is, you respect how Pokemon never went that far. It's true. Okay, finally, I got the card I needed.
I need your help. I summon a monster.
Wait, what? Oh, crap.
Battle. Here I go. Attack. Let's see what you can do.
Turn.
I end my
Special stream on Friday, normal stream on Saturday with Titus. Yep, that's true. Gonna be on our best behavior. Yeah, we're gonna be ranting about Pokemon like wholesome people. Team Rocket literally killed people who got in their way. That's true. It's not like Pokemon isn't dark on occasion. You're right.
Catapult Dragon special summons a Tech Genus Gear Zombie.
Diamond and Pearl was pretty dark when it came out. You're right.
Remove level 2.
Having the villains die. Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Navigation is a go.
Well, actually, technically, the villain didn't die. He was sentenced to live out his life in, or not even. He willingly chose to stay behind in the distortion world.
This is the card I set. I activate a trap. Come on, Tech Genus. I activate my continuous spell. TGX3. Let's battle. Take this. I attack with my monster.
There's still hope for me. Here's my face down card. I activate a quick play spell.
Attack! Tech Genus Catapult Dragon.
Not bad.
Well
it's my
done.
turn.
I end
I
my
draw.
turn.
I think I just lost my chance at winning. Well, that sucks. What do I do now? I don't have much to work with. Hunter J literally drowned, though. Oh, yeah, that's right. Hunter J in the anime died. I thought you were talking about the games. No, that is true. Hunter J did die. I'm pissed off. I had the key to victory in my hands.
Junk Synchron's effect. The Tuner Monster Turbo Synchron. I'm not scared to attack. Let's back. Here I go. Attack.
No.
Junk Synchron attack. I end my
About
turn.
time you're taking this.
I will exceed my limitations. This I swear.
Oh, did he run out of Oh, I decked him out. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna have to try again. Think you might have to call it here. Gonna go to bed. Yeah, I think I'm also gonna call it, honestly. I think it'll take way too long to finish unlocking all those characters. Good night, Andy. Take care. Thanks for stopping in. I'll see you on Friday. You'll win the day one of these days. One of these days. At least that moment that I got the card out was hype. Alright, next time. Alright, bye, NSK. You take care. Alright, I think I'm gonna end the stream here, and then next time I'll finish unlocking these guys. Because it's actually getting kind of late, and I've been going for a while already. Alright, but yeah, thanks so much to everybody who stopped in and hung out today. I really appreciate it. It was a pretty populated stream today for me, so I appreciate all y'all coming out and hanging out. If you're watching this later as a VOD, or you're here now and you aren't already following me here on Twitch, feel free to do so. It helps me reach affiliate. I'm trying to get there. It helps out a lot. If you aren't already, follow me on Twitter, because I update when I go live there and post things I think are funny but aren't actually funny. And follow me on YouTube, where I post all the VODs of streams. Alright, guys. Well, thanks again for hanging out with me today. Have a good night. Remember to be good to yourself and others, as always. I'll talk to you next time. This has been your boy Titus, signing off. Hopefully next time it won't be as bad. Bye.